Hey y'all, it's Kayla with For the Love of Kayla. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you love my videos and you're coming back, stay, become a subscriber, share with your friends, tell your friends about me. I could use these subscribers. I'm trying to grow, at least get to about 100 before the end of this summer. Let's see if we can do that. So we open up with bye, 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 bye. When you wanna roll with me, hey. So they're talking about ain't no lie. So we thought. We see Nick running to the G-Wagon, picks up where we left off. Nick is running towards the G-Wagon where Olandriaaaa's in there telling him to hop in. Cool thing is that we see them arrive at this beautiful dinner, which is basically a date between both Olandriaaaa and Nick. So it's very beautiful how the producers really set this up for them to go on a date, kind of just recap with each other. What's going on over there? What's going on over there, right? Nick ends up sharing information about what's going on at the villa with Taylor. Olandriaaaa, you could just see it wash over her body. The information that her man, and I say this very loosely with air quotes, is moving on, talking to somebody else, what have you. Can I just be real about this? And I'm just get past this. I won't repeat it anymore, okay? I don't know where Olandriaaaa feels in her brain that this is her man. Like, this is the one. We have invested so much time. I feel like I'm missing something. I don't know if the producers didn't give us information correctly, but I feel like I am missing a huge piece in Olandriaa's puzzle because it's leaving me very puzzled. But go off, sis. Go off. Olandriaaaa fills Nick in about what's going on at Casa Amor. And he's like, oof. And then as soon as she's, gives a recap about Sierra and the guy that she's talking to, they give power couple. They have really deep conversations. Seems like the conversations that she has with you are very fun and lighthearted. But with Ian, the conversations that they have are a little more deep. They give quote unquote power couple. And he was like, ouch. You could tell that felt like a sting, right? Then she proceeds to give information about Shelly. Shelly is connected. Well, two people were interested in her and connected with a guy who is 6'8". They said 6'7", but he's actually 6'8". Nick made the same face we all made, which was like, damn, on some Kevin Hart, damn. Because it's like, damn, I hollered. Whenever they bring up that this man is 6'8", hollered, scream. Okay, so we see them talking, and it's really cute, actually. I think the way that he's, reaching towards her and kissing her hands, and I like it. I think it fits, doesn't it, you guys? They fit, okay? It's pretty cute. So you see how traumatic the exit was. Olandriaaaa leaving, you can see the residuals of how distraught everyone is from her leaving. And then in return, you see at the villa, the guys are just shooketh that Nick is gone, especially Taylor. It's like, he was Superman. He was like Superman. I'm like, oh my God, get a grip, Goofy. Both of y'all, just get a grip. Then Ace like, I know, it's like I'm crying over a dude. Well, at least you can read our minds, because we're like, is this nigga crying? Is this dude crying? But I'm not in the villa, so all they have is each other. It is a unorthodox experience. So for them to cling on to each other and find solitude in this crazy universe, I get it. Now, you see Amaya again, still having survivor's remorse. No, because still hurt, but I appreciate Zach consoling her and letting her know, hey, everything is okay. Everything is okay. You look like emotionally you're going through it. Maybe you should take a nap, get some rest, get some water. Taylor's body language is crazy. Oh, yeah, his body language towards, how can I say? His body language with Clark is very different. The way he sleeps in the bed is very different. he just looked well rested. He could let go. I don't know if being with Olandria just felt like he was suffocating or he couldn't be himself fully. But with Clark, seems like it just looks like he let a complete guard down. He even sleeps different with Clark. Nick and Olandria are given the opportunity to come back to the villa, but only as a couple. They agreed, no questions asked. They're like, heck yeah. So what I did like was Taylor addressing her as my queen, Olandria. Like, he's just so suave and has a really good gift of gab. He's good with his words. Oh, also with Shelly's connection with Chris, I like that she's just so easy to receive. The men just love to give her things. Like, he gave her a beautiful flower that was on the bushes, but it was a cute gesture, and then bringing her breakfast. Like, Shelly's really good at receiving things and not, like, at least from what I can see, pressuring things out of someone. It feels good. Now, the men wake up because Olandria and Nick were actually snuck back in the middle of the night. So the guys didn't even know. They wake up in the morning. What? In complete shock. Olandria wakes up like, yeah. This goofball, Taylor, runs over, I'm exaggerating, borderline pushes Olandria out the way. Nick hops on Nick. I'm like, it explains a lot. And Olandria's not really clocking that this dude is just not that into you, which is so crazy to me. I don't get it, but I digress. Pepe notices, like, wait, so are y'all together? Y'all are a couple? Olandria's like, yeah, we're a couple. He was like, I love it. And me too. Me too, Pepe. Because I feel like Pepe understands, okay? Pepe gets it, okay? He says, I love it too. Now, you see the little boys club. And I say this because it's like for Taylor to ask Ace for permission, like he trying to find the best segue to approach Olandria. I could literally like roll my, if only I could see, I would just roll my eyes like, excuse me? Are you asking this man for permission to address a woman that you do owe a conversation to? Here go Ace popping popcorn. I'm like, the mess, the complete petty mess. Like, you cannot make this stuff up, little boys, goofballs. Anyways, every time someone hears that somebody's 6'7", it's hilarious. Nick is giving them the rundown on the other side of the villa. Olandria's giving the ladies a little bit of a rundown, but she notices and mentions to the girls, wow, like, y'all actually nice. Like, thank you for being nice towards me. So I thought that was a cute moment. I love how Nick is like, look, you ain't got to call me Nicky Poo no more, Olandria. Call me Nick. She like, oh, really? Call you Nick. Okay. And he's like, I want you to see a mature side of me. I want you to see what Sierra saw in me, right? Which is, a different side of me. And Olandria's like, okay, I see you. So fast forward to later on in the evening, you see Taylor and Olandria finally have a conversation. It is cringeworthy. I'm going to say the thing. It's cringe. But for some reason, Olandria is tied to him emotionally. Okay? She tells this man, the ball is in your court. She wasn't even choked up leaving. She was more choked up talking to this man, seeing that he is just locked in with Clark. He's trying to downplay it, but he's locked in with that girl. I think he's good. He's good. And Olandria's like, the ball's in your court, if you could juggle too. And she couldn't even process that he wasn't trying to do that. He was actually in that moment trying to be straight with Olandria and let her know, I'm good. But she couldn't even see that, and he couldn't make himself do that. So he just settled with, I'll try to see what I could do. It's like, I can't even stand to talk about this, let alone watch this any longer. Because what I wrote in my notes was, Olandriaaaaa, wake up. And that's that on that. Yeah, I think the other thing with that too is like I've never been so confused. Like I've never seen nothing like this. For her to say, I built this thing brick by brick, I'm like, oh, my stomach. No, babe. No. And I wish I could reach through the screen and just pull you in and be like, sis, no, do not go out like this. Don't go out like this. Girl, no. All right, moving forward. They have a kissing challenge. Woo! Villa versus Casa Amor. It's adorable. They lock in. What I thought was so cute is that Ace is obviously the ringleader. Like, all right, y'all, we got to get this going. We got to win. Woo, 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 woo. And then here goes Casa Amor. Shelly. Isn't that funny how both Ace and Shelly are just the ones to be like, let's go, let's go, let's go. I thought that was cute. But they pumped each other up, okay? It was getting intense. They were locking lips. They get a text. Boom. This person has to kiss the person with the longest hair. This couple has to kiss the person who's the tallest. And the thing that had me hollering, Ace like, yeah. He already knew what was up. You know what time it is. Shelly, they got it in. Her kiss took care of business. I also want to give a shout out to Sierra and her dude taking care of business. They did that. They did the damn thing. Okay? They did that. Who else? Oh, then Chris goes again, picking her up with one arm. I said, now, you know what? Now, I'm going to need you to chill. Not you picking her up with one hand, sir, with your arm. Oh, that's what, oh. He said one arm. I said, no, you ain't going to pick me up with one arm. Listen, turn the cameras off. Deadass. Towards the end, we see that, drum roll, who wins? Oh, before I say who wins, the villa, they were doing chicken head, climbing, pyramids on each other. They wanted to win so bad. I thought they were going to lock it in. But Casa Amor took the cake. Them ladies, they was going in. All right. It was really, really fun. Then we get like a soul ties moment with Olandriaaaaa and Taylor. And it was cute, man. It was adorable. He's like, Olandriaaaaa. I'm like, yeah. He says the right things to her. This is my last point, okay? The only way for this to work, y'all, is if Olandriaaaaa surrenders to the process and actually falls in with Nick. If she could fall in with Nick, we got a winner chicken dinner. If she does not fall in with Nick and say, I'm 10 toes on Taylor, even though she can't see in broad daylight, it's a no. I don't know, guys. It's like the Love Island gods are working in her favor, and she's not taking the signs. She's like, whoo, Matrix towards it. Like, sis, do you not see the lobs? It's like Love Island is throwing her all these lobs, and she like, dodging every single one. I've never seen nothing like this before. But it's all good, y'all. That is my review of this episode 21. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for your girl. I'm growing this channel. I'm passionate about this season. Giving these reviews are so fun. It doesn't even feel like work. And I appreciate you watching my videos so much. And I'll see you soon. Bye.
Well, it could have been a scheme that Todd set up for him to come to you with the bush.